We are back with the second quarter. Madden 26. Cowboys, Rams. This is Fast Talking Eddie, Mr. Pete.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, let's check out who are the quarterbacks in charge. Well, you got Jimmy G for the Rams, and we got Stafford waiting in the shut up, probably I catch you, give it back at ya. Yeah, right. Joe Milton the third, and then there's Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott. Well, there he is. Whoa. Okay. What? Nothing. You got something to say about him? I got nothing to say. Not at least publicly. Right.
Bronco switch! Bronco switch! Ready!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. They have been sensational. CDM is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Well, run with Sanders in the middle. That's a nice running, going to get him close to a 1st down at the Rams 37. 68 yards for as he has been terrific in this first half. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Second back from the 41-yard line. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of nothing behind it. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So after the main field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here around the 30-yard line. The 30-yard going back to the Rams now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, you put the field a little bit, and you get back to three, because the ball's going to get a nice drive and help themselves out. So beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Brewer. Calling no game on there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
took a chance with that one. That'll lead to a fourth down.
The coverage by
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Ethan Evans on down to punt. Time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's caught inside the 20. It's into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kevontae Turpin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it up to a nice start. They went for the whole thing.
Hey, vatos, I think we got some moscas. Some what? Flies. I think Grandpa is attracting the fly. Is he dead? No, he's just sleeping. Are you sure? Well, you want to wake him up? Not really. Don't want no zombie walking around, you know, the Walking Dead. No, I think he's still alive. Well, we haven't heard from him. He's taking a nap. He was doing my laundry and other necessities of mine. You lazy little piece of shit. Oh, sorry, but Grandpa, I said, you don't know what you're doing. So I said, show me. So he showed me. Now he's all tired out. Stupid.
Got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Auburn now for the PAT. It's good, and they take a 17-14 lead. These are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in a touchdown. So after the touchdown, Auburn now to kick this one away. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there, caught at the 26. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. We'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there. It's second down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Just a desperation and it's intercepted. And these guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. They'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check.
Here comes Sanders on the toss right. He's going to be held down inside the 20 at the 15. 89 yards on the run out for Sanders. He's got a 1st down. He's broken out some big-time runs here in this 1st half.
Yeah, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And stopped a few yards shy of the line for 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here we go. Check.
Sanders will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kicker down for the point after. And he's going to take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of 45 to 44. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 in a 1st down.
This hasn't really been a 1st half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They run straight ahead with Kerwin. He's going to have the Rams 1st down. There's good running. Gets him to about the 44.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
60 Eagle.
They'll go back to Kerwin on 1st down. This right side. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up the 2nd in just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, That's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you can hit the jackpot there.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Throwing a slant pattern here complete. And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And now leave with a second and just a few inches left.
Slant route's effective no matter who is running around and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. To his running back complete. And he's able to get to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check out.
Now Garoppolo on the goal line. It's intercepted. Drop kill there. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence you feel like you go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they'll go with Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that, as he brings up the 3rd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Side complete. That's Sanders. And a pretty nice tap in there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
This one pretty simple. Blocked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 46 yards on the move. The coverage holds him to just 3 and 1 timer. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
That certainly appeared to be a play call. They were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun. That's complete. Jordan Whittington. They're 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the gun on 3rd. And this one incomplete. Another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The Cowboys offense and the veteran Miles Sanders set to take over once more. Now, he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue.
The toss point begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not very successful.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 118 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And this is an example of breaking down the defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go now.
Another run here with Sanders. It's off from the 18 to the 15. The gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7. Milton. This is getting ridiculous. 8-6 now. That's how the guys get to it.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 6.
To throw is Milton. He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had the where he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So on 4th down, Alex Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And this one is right through.
Makes the
And
score
that will
Cowboys
extend their lead
27,
even further.
Rams
So
14.
3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points.
Hold on there. Hold on. Gotta do something about these flies. Maybe we should move Grandpa to the other room. Well, let's not blame Grandpa. He smells like a nursing home.
The better off you're going to be.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. Good returns will be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. There's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Traffic, and that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left in with only one.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll try and run for the first again. And he's going to have the Rams first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but at least they do get the conversion on third and one.
Rams first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Open receiver complete. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the
There's no
35-yard
dispute.
line.
He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The carrier's complete. He's going to go. So he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's going to take this one for the Rams touchdown. For 12 yards away. So getting back to the score.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score
The time a 6-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. 6-point game.
The Cowboys take over first and 10.
This offense returns to the field. And for Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
Now we'll see how much they give him the ball here. They'll run. This is Phil Martha. We'll get this to about the 48. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Milton now to throw. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive pass continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. To throw, it's Milton. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain or 2 there.
How about that strategy there? Bringing the third down. They just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff. And just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. It's a 40-yard, 6 yards on the return. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. With a slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. South Carolina for the 3rd time. That's off back to Martinsburg. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 54-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Run the 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
10 yards.
As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now Milton.
Time manipulating the defense with their eyes and their hand movement.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run four receivers. Use their second timeout now. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First
It's
down.
pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Come on. Set. 70, Timberwolves.
Here's Milton. They sack him back at 36.
It's second
They'll wind
down.
up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing is Milton. And 10 seconds now to go.
That play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better, had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Milton. Runs to the right side. And the throw is incomplete.
After they hurt a bit because they needed to come to a completion there. Now drive that started with quick field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Alley's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. Right pitch this from 53. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. They already had the early lead and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end
Rams
zone
take
for a
over first
touchback.
and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Complete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there where they'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, final shot here before half. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jair makes a block, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.